beautiful, Mrs. Vale.
You consider her Atlantic trial run successful?
Oh, yes, definitely.
When will she be ready for her maiden voyage?
Not for a few months yet.
Well, Mr. Vale, building this ship puts you in the top rank of ship owners. Do you really think she can break the record?
Whenever I give the order.
Congratulations, Mr. Vale.
By the way, how is the Princess Irene's namesake?
Oh, well, Mrs. Vale has a slight cold this afternoon. She's remaining down below. Excuse me, please. Oh, Skipper.
Yes, sir?
Look after the guests, will you? I'm going below to see if Mrs. Vale is better.
Very good, sir.
Oh, Mr. Vale, I think it only friendly to warn you of a rumor that's going about London, of a little unpleasantness at the Anchor Club last night involving you and Mrs. Vale. May I have the story?
There isn't any story, except that Mrs. Vale and I are sailing tonight to the Mediterranean. Irene.
Irene did not get her divorce to marry another man. Bruce, I'm certain there isn't another man. It's becoming an obsession with you.
No man is going to take Irene away from me.
Oh, Bruce.
All I want from you is your assurance that if everything comes off as I plan it tonight, Irene will not get her final decree. Will she?
Bruce, as a respectable attorney, I cannot condone such a cheap trick.
Will she?
The English law provides that if a divorce claimant remains blameless for 6 months, the decree becomes absolute.
Thank you.
But don't do this to Irene. She's not the sort of woman to...
Does Michael understand his instructions for tonight?
Yes, Mr. Vale. I understand everything.
You'll enjoy this, won't you?
I need the money, Mr. Vale.
Well, good night, my friend. You'll feel better in the morning. And remember this. You can't drink all the wine in Paris in one night. It's practically impossible. Right.
Michael, what are you doing here? What do you want?
You, madame. I am here to make love to you.
Get out of here. Get out, do you hear me?
Don't shout, madame. I hear you.
Michael, unlock that door this minute. This minute! Michael, give me that key.
I'm sorry, madame, but I'm only following instructions. Your husband will be here in a moment, and he expects to find you in my arms.
Michael. Oh, Michael, please. I'll give you my pearls. They're worth 10 times the amount he's paying you. You will, Michael, won't you?
Too late now. Don't struggle. It won't be so distasteful.
No noise, or I shoot. Get over there. Come here, you. Give me those pearls.
Oh, but I...
Quiet. Get your other jewels.
Here.
Now. Here. Now get your coat.
Coat.
Put it on.
Oh, but I... Shh.
Why did you do that?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Never mind, I do. Especially with these gentlemen. Come on, turn around. Go on, hurry up.
Oh, please.
Shh.
You mind if I do?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. The clasp is bent. There.
But why?
Don't you want them?
But you're a thief.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I was in the room next door. I was putting a friend of mine to bed who had a little too much to drink. I couldn't help but become very much interested in that unusual little scene you were playing.
Oh.
The reason I kidnapped you was to return your jewels.
Oh. Oh, but why did you take them?
Well, if I didn't make believe I was a thief, my presence would have compromised you, I think, as much as your chauffeur's.
Oh. Oh, I'm awfully sorry.
I forgive you.
Why are you taking me?
Well, I would think you'd like to do a little thinking before you go back. We're just riding around.
Oh. All I can seem to say is, oh. Yes, I must think. Did you say something about a cigarette?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Yes, I must think.
Have you thought?
Yes, but I don't seem to be getting anywhere.
Maybe a little drink would help.
Where?
Leave it to me. I know the best champagne in Paris.
Tonight I don't care if it's the worst.
Driver, to the Chateau Bleu. Still open. Come.
Oh, I love it. Oh, look.
Wait a moment. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, will you? Caesar, you're not closing.
No, we are not closing. We are closed.
Caesar.
No, it's too late. I work too hard. I must go home because I can...
Please. Caesar, I want you to meet Miss America.
from America.
How do you do?
How do you do,
Wait.
Cesar?
Now, tell Caesar what you've come to tell him.
Well...
No, I will tell him myself. Caesar, everyone here knows that you are the greatest chef in Paris. That is no news. But would you believe that you were that famous in America? Well, you are. Isn't it?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, didn't you know? Why, you're even more famous in America than you are here. Yes. Why, we always refer to you as the great Cesar, the great genius.
We are open. Maestro, will you come here, please?
We cannot play. We are too tired. Since 8 o'clock.
I wouldn't think of asking you to play, Maestro. Oh, no, I just want you to meet Miss America.
Mademoiselle, please.
I would not allow you to play, Maestro. Oh, no, I've told Madame too much about you. You must be at your best. Good night.
Good night, sir.
I'm only sorry you're leaving. I wanted you all to join us in a little champagne party.
Champagne?
Yes. No, but you're too tired. You've been playing the whole evening. No, poor fellow, since 8 o'clock at night, you know, they have to stay here at night.
What is suppose Madame would like? Something special, eh?
Oh, some scrambled eggs.
What? Bacala ragazzi americano scrambled eggs.
I will order for Madame. But first, champagne for everyone.
For everyone?
Including yourself, Caesar. And make it Pink Cap 21.
Pink Cap, what a cute name.
And now for the master's greatest dish. Lobster cardinal à la Caesar. And after that, what do you think you get?
I can't imagine.
Shall we tell her? The famous salad chiffonade.
Oh, my goodness.
And I will mix the dressing myself.
You will mix the dressing? Hey, what's the matter? I'm the best dressing mixer in all of the Paris. In the entire whole world. I will mix the dressing, me, myself.
I will still mix the dressing.
Come here, You will mix the dressing, eh? I will mix the dressing.
Whoa,
What's your name?
Paul, what's yours?
Irene.
Hello?
How do you do?
Where do you come from? In that big, beautiful America.
Kansas.
You are the first Kansas I've ever met.
Where do you live?
With a woman.
Pretend I didn't ask, will you?
Would you like to meet her?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, but you must meet her. We have no secrets, Coco and I.
Coco?
May I present the woman I live with? Coco.
Hello, Kansas.
Oh!
Hello. Parlez-vous français?
Speak English.
Why don't you?
I do. An excellent English.
I hate men. Don't you?
Definitely.
Then why did you get married?
Coco, how dare you be so personal?
That's all right, Coco. Anything you want to know.
Thanks. See? What made your husband do that to you tonight?
Coco. Ask him to ask me to dance.
What?
Ask him to ask me to dance.
What?
Ask her to dance, stupid. All right.
Shall we dance?
Oh, yes.
Excuse us, Coco.
Oh.
There.
Lobster Cardinal à la Caesar. She is beautiful.
Beautiful. Keep her warm.
Keep her warm. tutti la mera gridaglia, porca miseria, questa...
Would it help if you told me about him?
It would. But I couldn't.
Oh! Excuse me. Oh,
What
dear.
happened? What's the matter?
I lost my slipper. Thank you.
Shall I call the police and tell them Mrs. Vale has been kidnapped?
She was not kidnapped. And if you were anything of a detective, you'd have caught that man here before.
But the man was a thief. You saw him take the jewels.
Thief nonsense. He was here when Michael came. Get out. Get up. Come on, get up. Was my wife in that man's arms when you came here? Well, come on, was she? Well, come on, tell me the truth. If you don't, you won't get a cent. Now, don't lie.
Yes, she was in his arms. I saw them together.
What did he look like?
I couldn't tell. It was dark. But I saw them together. That's why he tried to kill me. He was desperate. He was afraid I would tell you. He took a chance of going to the guillotine. He tried to kill me.
Yes. Yes, if he had killed you and they'd caught him, he would go to the guillotine, wouldn't he? Wouldn't he?
Yes. Now give me my money.
Yes, of course.
I didn't know then that he hates everybody, mostly himself. I've told you what I couldn't tell you. You haven't said a thing.
There is only one thing important enough to say to you tonight.
What's that?
Well, I don't know how it is in Kansas, but in France, it isn't considered good taste for a gentleman to say it until he's known a lady at least a year.
Even in Kansas, a lady doesn't talk the way I've been talking in less than half a year.
The night is half gone. Half a year has gone by already.
And I have only half a year more to wait to hear what you have to say.
Porca miseria, mamma del tutte l'America d'Italia.
Hello. Police headquarters? Given the prefect. Bruce Vale speaking. Hello, Andre. Bruce Vale. I'm speaking from the Hotel Triomphe. There's been a murder. Yes. My chauffeur. Will you send an inspector over immediately? When I say Andre, don't call the papers until you've seen me, will you, huh? All right. Thanks.
It's daytime.
Our year's up.
Now it will be all right to say it. But I can't, unless you will believe it. Will you?
I think I will believe it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because tonight's what I've waited for. Maybe it's because I've needed tonight more than anything in my life. Because I've never been happy before. Because... I never let you say what you were going to say.
I don't need to say it now.
We're here, my darling.
Oh. Think what's happened since I first said oh. Oh again. And oh, forever.
Shall I go with you?
No. No, I can take care of anything now.
5 o'clock. Don't forget.
Forget.
Irene, are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I'm all right. I'm fine, but... well, what is this? What is everybody doing here?
Are you Mrs. Vale?
Yes.
I'm Inspector Miller.
Inspector, please. Irene, I'm so glad you're all right, but how did you escape?
Escape? Oh, how did I escape? Oh, well, really, it was really dreadful, really. It was frightening. He dragged me to a car, and I got away, and he caught me. And I screamed and screamed, and he stuffed a handkerchief down my throat, I mean, in my mouth. And, I almost strangled to death, really. And then, well, then everything went black, quite black.
And then?
And then, well, then I don't remember what happened then, except we just rode around, and, well, I'm here and I'm safe. I'm really sorry if I've caused a lot of trouble, but I'm here and I'm all right, so, well, I guess you can all go home now.
I'm afraid it's not quite as simple as all that. You see, unfortunately, your chauffeur is dead.
Dead?
Yes, madam.
Dead.
Your husband has explained everything. Now, if you would be good enough to give me the list of the jewels that were stolen, it may help. You see, it's obvious that when we find the jewels, we will discover the murderer. Tell me, do you remember if the murderer came into this room Or was he hiding here?
I can show you the exact place where he came in. This is where I saw him first, right at the window.
He was probably in some other apartment first.
Now, Inspector, shall I give you a list of the jewels?
Please, madame.
Let me see. There was an emerald bracelet, a ruby bracelet, a sapphire bracelet with diamonds, a star of rubies, and a pearl. A pearl necklace. And let me see. 4 diamond rings, a pair of earrings, and a crystal watch. I believe that's all.
One more question, madame.
Inspector, please. I must ask your indulgence. My wife is highly nervous. She's just been through a terrible experience.
You are right, monsieur. Madame, our apologies. Be assured that the murderer will be caught and your jewels returned. Monsieur Vale, I hope your description of the man will be sufficient. Au revoir. Come, gentlemen.
Oh, what are you waiting for?
Just to take your coat, my dear?
I can take my coat off.
And your pearls. Can you take them off, too? Oh, no, of course I forgot. He took your necklace, didn't he? I saw him with my own eyes. And he wouldn't have any reason to give them back to you, would he? Or would he? Now, why in the world would a thief give a lady back her jewels? I always thought there was another man, but now I know it. I ought to kill you for this.
Why don't you? Then I'd never have to see you again.
That's where you're wrong. You are going to see me again. What's more, now, you're going to live with me again.
You can't frighten me into coming back with you.
You're in love with that man, Irene. When you heard that Michael was dead, there was horror in your eyes. Oh, not for Michael, but for the danger to the man that you love.
Oh, will you go? Will you please go?
The police will never find him. He's not a thief as they think he is. Or he wouldn't have returned your pearls. But I will, Irene. If I have to spend every cent I have. And I will, Irene. Unless you drop your divorce and come and live with me again.
You are horrible.
This afternoon at 3 o'clock, I'm sailing on the Morania for New York. I shouldn't be surprised if you were with me.
Michael's death was an accident. You're responsible for it more than the man who protected me. You know that.
Yes, I know it. And you know it. But the police don't know it. It's his head if you stay in Paris and go through with a divorce. Or it's his safety if you come back with me as my wife. Take your choice.
You'd let him die.
He's a murderer, isn't he? Do you know what time the ship leaves?
How are you today? Good.
One of us here. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Howard. I didn't know you were back. How is London? Fine. Good. Morning.
Hello. Well, it's better late than sometime, huh?
That's very true, Caesar.
Champagne for everybody. I will mix the dressing myself.
You are a very lucky man, Cesar. Last night you had the honor to serve the woman I'm going to marry.
Ragazza americana, porca miseria, and tu. Hey, beat him up. Hey, Paul, you mean to tell me you're going to marry with a silly little girl who dances with the naked feet?
Uh-huh. After she gets her divorce, of course.
She's married?
In a way.
Hey, you know her a long time?
Forever. Help me, please. Since 11 o'clock last night.
Well, who she is?
Her name is Irene. Irene... I don't know. I don't care. I'll know everything when I meet her at 5 o'clock.
What's the matter? You're going crazy?
Yes. Wash me off, please.
Paul, you act like the lovesick schoolboy instead of the greatest head waiter in all Europe. I am finished with you. I am disgusted with myself for the last time. That's a fine menu for dinner.
I thought you would like it.
Miss America. La ragazza americana, porca miseria.
How's your wife, Pierre?
About the same.
You want to go home?
No, I'd rather work.
Enough money for the doctor?
Yes, thank you.
Feeling badly, Mr. Norton?
Oh, skull pains. Paul, how did I get home last night?
I took you, don't you remember?
Oh. What a night, Paul. Oh, what a night.
Wasn't it?
Policemen all night long. Policemen walking up and down the balcony. Policemen coming into the room and asking me questions. Talking about a murder that was committed in the other room or something. Paul, I'm in an awful fix. You gotta help me.
What is it, Mr. Norton?
What's good for a hangover?
I'll get you a French 75. That may pick you up. George, will you fix a French 75 for Mr. Norton?
Oh, waiter! So sorry. You are so careless. How can you do such a thing? Paul, this clumsy man spilled water on me.
Get your hat and coat. Oh, madam, I'm so sorry.
I'm very smart.
Such a beautiful gown. If you will allow us to replace it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I caused such a disturbance.
Not at all, madam. You are perfectly right. No check. £1,000, madam.
Thank you, Paul. Very nice.
Where's Pierre? But where do you think you're going?
I am not discharged.
Well, of course not. Stay in the kitchen until she leaves.
Thank you.
Hey, Paul, please, tell me something before I loosen my brims. You gonna marry with that woman like you say, huh? You only fool me. You make jokes, huh? She's only one of them ships that pass in the nighttime.
You're wrong, Cesar.
Listen, you have known, and you have seen, and you have waited on every kind of woman in the whole world. Now, what's this woman that got that turn you upside down so much, huh? She must be a devil.
She's an angel.
Believe me, in my whole lifetime, I never see the woman with the wings. You know what some great man say one time? He say, the female of the spices is more dead than the male. With woman, it's only trouble.
Irene, get me into trouble? That's impossible.
Madame Berger wishes to speak to you, sir.
All right, I'll be right over.
Hey, Paul, you gonna let this woman come between us?
No, not until 5 o'clock.
An American girl that got him cuckoos. La ragazza americana, porca miseria, in tutta l'America di dare le queste lì. Come on, hurry up. Get this one up, quick.
Hotel Triumph.
Driver, to the Chateau Bleu.
Come on, sir.
What's the matter? The hospital meet you instead of her?
Long distance, please. She's gone to America.
Good. I hope she stay.
Close the door. Hello. Connect me with the steamship Morania, which left Cherbourg this afternoon. Yes. I want to speak to Mrs. Bruce Vale. Vale. V-A-I-L.
Say, that woman is the wife of the great Bruce Vale? Well, what do you suppose from those?
MW answering FML. No, it's not coming in very good. Okay, now, hold on, please.
Yes.
Paris is calling, Mrs. Vale.
Just a moment, please. Connect me, please.
Okay for Paris call.
Hello. Yes, Paul. Oh, my darling. Paul, listen to me. Listen, you must listen to me.
Yes, but tell me why you left. That's all I want to know.
Because I love you. Goodbye, Paul. Goodbye.
Irene. Irene, dear.
I can never come back to you, and you must never try to find me.
Irene. Irene.
Don't call me back. Please don't. They'll trace it.
Oh, thank you. Well, I've wined and I've dined, but I miss my lady. And how's my lady's headache?
I'm all right, thank you.
Oh, splendid. Well, how about a bottle of wine, eh? To further the recovery.
No, thank you.
No? Well, if my memory serves me right, our first honeymoon began in a boat, didn't it? And here begins our second honeymoon. It's rather a pretty thought, isn't it? And I've got you back. I got you back again.
Bruce.
Yes, it's me and you and you.
Oh, please.
Irene, kiss me. Kiss me,
No.
Irene. Oh, I see. Too soon from his arms, eh?
Oh, don't, please.
Well, it's true, isn't it? What's he like, Irene? Why don't you tell me about him? Perhaps I might be able to follow in my master's footsteps. Or perhaps you've forgotten him. You've parted. And there have been so many other gentlemen, haven't there? But of them all, which do you rate the most charming? Oh, of course, the one whose life you're so desperately trying to save, eh? Wouldn't it be wonderful, Irene, if you were a magician and could change me into him? Just think, you two alone, right now, in this room, on this boat, in the middle of the sea. What would you give, Irene? Well, what would you give?
I'd give my soul. You're right, Bruce. This time you're right. This time there is another man. You set a trap to catch me with one. And another came instead to tell me that he loves me. And for me to tell him I love him too. And you did it. You did it all by yourself. Isn't that funny? Don't you think that's funny? Before he came, I never even looked at another man. But you wouldn't believe me. So you created one.
And you sent him right into my arms.
I'll kill you. So you really are in love, eh? But I'll get you back when I find him. And I will find him, Irene.
Send the stewardess to pack my things. I'm taking another cabin.
I tell you she's in trouble. I know it. She was trying to tell me when we were cut off. There is a boat leaving for New York on Tuesday. I'll find her.
Hey, Paul, you're the biggest fool in the whole world, except me. I'm going with you.
Oh, Caesar, you're crazy. You can't give up all this for me.
And you can't give up all this for her. So we're both crazy. Look at them sky wipers.
She's there. Somewhere.
I don't like it. That's too big. Paul, she warns you not to come.
In 1 hour, I'll be with her.
In an hour. Testa dura.
Well, what else?
She's working as a model in a small dress shop, using the name of Venter.
Hello, yes? Well, I'll tell you the exact date of the Princess Irene's maiden voyage in 3 days. Yes, all right.
Do you wish our services any longer, Mr. Vale?
Yes, go on with it. I want to know every move she makes and a report of every person she meets.
Yes, sir.
Say, Paul, you cannot find this woman. Why don't you give it up?
Double brandy, please.
Yeah, double me too. But double it. It's too bad she don't live with her husband now. You could find her a long time ago.
You shut up. If she were living with her husband, I wouldn't want to find her.
Well, that's just a little idea I got.
Send a waiter, please.
Now, don't forget. Order bouillabaisse and do exactly as I've told you, and this place will be ours.
Paul, this scheme you got is no good. It will not work. Just some beautiful dream.
Beautiful dream or not, I have tried everything else. So, since I can't find her, I've got to make her find me. And this is the only way I know how to do it.
But the scheme will not work. This is not the Chateau Bleu, and this is not the Paris.
Order that bouillabaisse and do as I told you, and I'll make this place another Chateau Bleu. Only smarter and more expensive, where everybody in this town will come and dine. And she will come too, Caesar. She will, sooner or later.
What are you folks gonna have?
Bouillabaisse.
Okay.
What are you folks gonna have? Okay. Servizio americano porque canne.
You had the nerve to call this dishwater bouillabaisse?
Hey, if that's a bouillabaisse, I will eat it.
But, you are the head waiter?
Sure, sir.
Sure, sir. Send the proprietor. What's his name? Victor here. You're doing fine. Keep it up.
Keep it up. I'm trying to keep it down. Say, this bouillabaisse isn't no good. Now, you can let that woman spoil your life, but she's not going to spoil my stomach.
Be quiet. Here he comes.
Something wrong, gentlemen?
How you get like those? How could anything be right in a place like this?
You are Victor, aren't you?
You are American?
Yes.
That's all I want to know. In a country where people eat to live instead of live to eat, I'm not surprised.
Even if the food were good, how could one eat it? Hey, look at this.
Say, I got those jumping pains here. Maybe we are poisoned.
I wouldn't be surprised. Look at those waiters.
$62 here.
How do you expect
They are waiters, aren't they?
Why, yes. Is there anything wrong with the service?
We couldn't say. We haven't had any yet, have we, Cesar?
Waiters. You call those waiters? They look like a pepper hangers. Say, I'm starving. Let's go feed someplace.
You know, it's a shame to see a place in such a wonderful location and such possibilities heading for bankruptcy.
Gentlemen, please. I couldn't help but listen. Sit down a moment, please. I'd like to talk to you.
If you wish.
You're restaurant men, aren't you?
If you were a restaurateur, you couldn't help but feel the presence of the great Cesar. The world's most famous chef, perhaps.
Hey, how do you get like those perhaps? And before you are not perhaps, you see the world's greatest head waiter. No, I make a mistake. He's not a head waiter. He's a host with a genius.
Tell me, how much does your head waiter pay you?
Pay me?
Yes.
Why, I pay him.
Do you mean you pay your head waiter a salary?
Yes, and a percentage.
Why? Oh. Look at this. Look at this shirt.
Collars and neckties and...
Careless. A salary and a percentage. For that, well...
Oh, I see. I see what you mean.
Excuse me a moment, please.
Well, let's go.
Good evening. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Follow me, please.
Well, it's about time.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, madam. This table will be very nice, don't you think? Boy, take those two setups away.
Yes, sir.
Will you have some wine with your dinner, madam?
Yes.
Waiter,
Yes, sir.
a wine list.
Yes, sir.
Is this light too bright for you, madam?
No, it's quite all right. Are you the new head waiter?
Yes, madam. Captain. Waiter. Take the order.
Yes, sir. Do you think that I could persuade him to work for me?
If you do, you must be the boss. The whole work.
He could attract every woman in town.
Yes, but you only want to attract one.
You call those nails clean? Joe, you're not cleaning your tables fast enough. Philip, watch your bread and butter setups. You were slow last night. Have your mustache trimmed.
Yes, sir.
Turn around. Oh, Josie, you've got Iran in your stocking. Change them before dinner time.
Yes, sir.
And you and Mary, don't forget, you are here to check hats. Nothing else. None of this. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
You're looking swell, okay?
Oh, thank you, sir.
All right. Let's go over the reservation list. All right, Cesar.
Okay, everybody taking your stations. Scrams. Hey, Paul, why so much inspection? Every day, every day. You're too strict. All the help is talking about you.
Yes, and all the customers are talking about Victor's. And one of these days, she will hear. And she will come, Cesar. That's all that matters. Oh, and by the way, for a man who could take an old shoe and make it taste like a golden pheasant, I can't understand how you can miss the salad dressing by just that much.
Troppo fatta per la ragazza. Porca miseria.
And this?
This is Jasper and party.
Yeah?
The Carters.
Here?
Captain Osgood.
All right. And there?
Sir Frederick Peters and Lady Humboldt.
All right, that's all.
I beg your pardon, sir, but Mrs. Worthington has this table.
How many times have I told you not to seat anyone at this table?
But Mrs. Worthington insisted.
Mrs. Worthington is always insisting. Try to remember that this table is reserved permanently, and these flowers are to be replaced daily.
Is there something you wish?
I want to speak to Miss Venter.
Will you wait a few moments, please?
Phew, I guess I'll take 5 minutes off and have a headache in peace. Honestly, sometimes I think that... Oh, what's the matter?
Nothing. I just...
Something of trouble, honey? Oh, now, don't let it get you, whatever it is. I suppose it's love or something.
Love and everything. What do you do when there's nothing left for you to do at all?
Some man here wants to see Miss Venter.
Me? Are you sure?
Miss Venter?
Now, just a minute. This is a dressing room. Customers have to stay out on the floor or deal somewhere else, see?
See?
It's all right, Mrs. Vaughn. Don't worry.
I'm not going to eat anyone. I just want to speak to Miss Venter for a few minutes. Sit down, Mrs. Vale.
My name is...
Give it up, Mrs. Vale. I hate arguing with a lady.
What do you want?
I don't want anything. But you're wanted in Paris as witness in a murder case.
Witness against whom?
Who do you think? The guy that broke in on you that night, killed the chauffeur and kidnapped you. They finally got him. Now look, Mrs. Vale, we're cooperating with the French police in this matter, and they want you to go to Paris. Your husband's leaving tonight on the Hindenburg. Will you be going with him?
If it's true.
Yes?
Mrs. Vale.
Oh, ask her in, please. Ah. Greetings, my dear. Well, what do you think of your portrait? I had it painted from a cherished photograph, and I'm going to hang it in the royal suite of the Princess Irene.
By the neck until it dies? I have very little to say to you, Bruce. A few questions and answers.
Well, name 10. Would you like a little sherry?
No, thank you. Your friend, disguised as a detective, gave me your message. I don't believe it.
No? Murder of your chauffeur, Michael Browski, arrested and awaiting trial. Stop. Evidence against him conclusive, but need your testimony.
What will they do to him?
Oh, I believe the French have a custom of erecting a guillotine at dawn.
Go on.
Go on? With what? Why, our duty's clear. We leave for Paris tonight in the Hindenburg. The Princess Irene sails for France next week, and I've got to be there to meet her. And while we're in France, we'll see that no harm comes to our hero.
And then?
And then? Why, we sail back in the Princess Irene. You'll be my wife because I'm your husband. So you see, my dear, it's just a commonplace little tale after all. And are we going to fly tonight?
Yes. You're a very clever man.
And shall we celebrate by dining together?
By eating together. Humble pie for me. I suppose your friend detective knows the address of my apartment.
Oh, yes. He's had it as long as you have. Irene, please. Don't let's be any harsher to each other than we have to be. Irene, kiss me.
No. Bruce, if you'll see that he goes free, I'll come back to you, and I'll stay. I promise.
Are you packed?
Yes.
Just wanted to see if you were there, my dear. I might have known by the temperature. Well, where would you like to dine?
Any place?
They say Victor's is the place to go. Take us to Victor's. I'll make only one condition, my dear. I don't mind your gloom when we're alone. But when we get there, will you please smile?
Smile at what?
Well, at me, your husband.
All right. When we get to Victor's.
Table for two, please. I'm sorry, sir, but without reservations, I... Send the head waiter to me.
Irene, darling, so good to see you again. It must seem grand to have a boat named after you. Bruce, you will spoil her.
Beg your pardon, sir. Could we manage a table for two?
No reservation?
No, sir.
No table.
But, sir...
Who are they?
I don't know. He's with the woman in black.
Well, good night, Bruce. Good night, Irene.
Good night.
See you soon.
Good night, Irene. Good night, Bruce.
You sent for me, sir?
You the head waiter?
Yes, sir. Good evening, madam. Table for two, sir. Follow me, please.
What is it? What is it? What is it? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. You asked me to smile, didn't you?
That's pretty funny, my dear, but aren't you overdoing it a trifle?
I can't help it. I'm so happy.
What's your name?
Paul, sir.
Ever served me before?
I don't think so, sir.
Sure. Not here or Paris?
I haven't had the honor, sir.
Funny. I could have sworn I'd seen you somewhere before. However, if you did serve me, you'd realize that I appreciate two things. Special service, special food. And tonight we shall want both. We're crossing on the Hindenburg. And we haven't much time. What would you like, my dear?
Oh, dear. I don't know. It really doesn't matter.
If I may suggest,
Oh, please do.
lobster cardinal à la César, salade chiffonade, bean cap champagne 1921. Does that suggest anything to madam?
Oh, let me see. Yes, it suggests Paris, a gay evening, a spring night.
An indigestion for me. However, this is a special occasion. All right, my man. Bring the lobster and don't spare the wine. It'll be a wonderful night for the crossing. No wind, and a full moon, and just you and I.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Jack, serve table 22.
Your table, sir?
From now on, it is anybody's table.
Lobster cardinal à la César.
Lobster cardinal à la César.
Salade chiffonade.
Salade chiffonade.
Big cap 21.
What do you say? Bean cap. She's here! She... Paul! 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 Paul!
She's here.
What a night for a crossing. No wind and a full moon.
Full moon. But Paul, what you look for? You got it. She's here, Paul. She's here.
Yes, she's here. With her husband.
You look very happy, my dear. Oh? Aren't you going to say something?
All right. Have you the tickets?
Yes.
May I see them, please?
Of course. Oh? Well, have you gone mad?
No, I never felt saner in my life. I'm not going with you, Bruce.
What?
Driver, stop the car.
Look here, you made a bargain with me that...
I'm breaking it.
Irene! Irene!
Caesar. Caesar.
You?
Caesar, where's Paul?
He's inside. He don't want to talk to nobody, not even to me now. So better you go away. Go on quick. Go on. That's some more trouble. Porca miseria.
What happened? No moon tonight? Too much wind?
Oh, Paul, sit down.
Oh, but Madame forgets herself. I am merely a waiter.
A head waiter.
Why don't you laugh? Mrs. Vale.
Did you think I was laughing at you?
Well, you were, weren't you? Must have been very funny to find your hero of a night a head waiter. For a woman of the world, it makes a delightful story.
Oh, woman of the world. Paul, I'm a mannequin.
You?
And not very well paid either.
But why did you laugh?
Oh, Paul. Paul. Coco. Coco, would you please tell Paul that people laugh when they're happy? And I am for the first time in many, many months. Of course, some people cry when they're happy. Ask Paul if he wants me to cry.
No. Ask her why she left me. Ask her why she's here tonight. Ask her...
Coco, ask him not to ask me. Ask him please to trust me.
I want to know one thing. Or is it a joke?
Coco, tell him how much he meant to me all these long, miserable months. Tell him what it means to me to be sitting here with him now, alone, free. My first happy moment since that lovely night in Paris. Coco, ask him to ask me to dance.
What is it?
Eggs a la Kansas.
They look marvelous.
They are.
Let me help you.
No, I'm going to wait on
Here,
you.
know.
Now, make believe you're just coming home for dinner.
Huh? Oh.
Good evening, my dear.
Oh, hello, Paul.
What? Fish again?
Oh,
Oh.
oh dear. Paul, why must you read the newspaper at the dinner table?
Well, he's done it.
Who?
Old man Duchamp. Remember him?
Old man Duchamp.
Yes, he's finally married his daughter off.
Well, well. Not the one with the mustache.
No,
The one with the glass eye. You know, you're actually going to meet Duchamp when we get back to Paris. He really exists.
Paul, we're not going to Paris.
No? Well, Kansas?
No, not Kansas. We're going to Tahiti.
Tahiti?
The South Seas.
Seriously?
I've never been more serious in my life. Paul, it will be wonderful. We can be really happy there. We'll forget about the past. We'll live in the lazy future. We'll fish and swim and eat and sleep.
What will we live on?
All you have to do is sit under a tree and wait for a coconut to hit you. Of course, if you're really energetic, you can reach out your hand for a mango. And there's so many fish, all you have to do is whistle and they come right out.
Oh, yes? Like this?
No, like this.
That sounds entrancing for a very short time.
No. Not for a very short time. Forever. Paul, I want to forget everything that's ever happened. I want to think only of you and me and us forever. Paul, it's tomorrow.
Is it?
It's our tomorrow. It belongs to us. We won't let anyone take it from us, will we? We mustn't let them.
Of course not.
Paul,
Yes?
we can't go back to Paris.
No. That's settled.
We
Come.
can't go back.
But why do you keep on saying that? Why are you so hopeless? As if we were exiled, as if we were criminals.
We are.
Oh, no, you're just like a child who makes up stories.
Oh, this isn't a story I've made up. I only wish it were. Maybe it is a story. Maybe it never happened. Maybe that chauffeur never came into my room. Maybe you never struck him. Maybe he didn't die.
What? Die? Oh. But you mean they are looking for me? For murder?
Paul, do you see now why you can't go back?
No, I don't understand. If they want me, they can't find me here. I haven't changed my name. I haven't hidden.
They're not looking for you now, but if anything should go wrong at the trial, Paul, my husband, will stop at nothing. He'll frame you. He'll do anything.
Wait a minute. Which trial? What are you holding back? What are you trying to tell me? Have they arrested someone else?
Yes, but he doesn't matter, Paul. He's probably a criminal.
Why didn't you tell me?
Paul, you're not going back. You mustn't. It's his life against ours. Two of us against one, Paul. And we've just begun to live. Paul, if we cross the street, go in that door and buy our tickets, who will know?
Yes, they say Tahiti is beautiful.
We can't give up the rest of our lives.
No regrets?
No.
There's so many things I want to know about you. Things that would take years of being together and talking. I want to know them all now, all at once.
What sort of things?
What were you like when you were a little boy? Were you always late for school?
Oh, that sort of thing. You wouldn't have liked me then.
You wouldn't have looked at me. I had braces all over my teeth.
Oh. What a shame.
Renouncing her millionaire husband for the love of a head waiter, the glamorous Mrs. Bruce Vail is speeding across the Atlantic on the maiden voyage of her husband's superliner, Princess Irene, with the man of her heart, determined to prove his innocence.
Oh, that's enough. Well, Inspector, and what do you suggest now?
I'm sorry to disappoint you this time, Mr. Vail, but I haven't very good news for you. Headquarters has talked on the radiophone with Mrs. Vail, and their opinion has changed completely.
What do you mean?
Well, you haven't a chance of getting a conviction against Paul Dumont. You see, Mr. Vail, in a case concerning a woman's honor, the Paris courts...
Get out.
But, Mr. Vail...
Get out!
Can I do anything for you, sir?
Yes. Get me Commodore Eldridge on the Princess Irene.
Princess Irene, sir.
Hello. Commodore? Well, I'm very disappointed in your first day's run. Yes, yes. I got the weather report, so what about them?
Now, look here. You better make up your mind that you're not going to break the record this trip. Things are a bit thick out here. We're in fog. And it's getting soupier every minute.
That makes no difference. I want the record. This trip, you understand? This crossing.
Wait a minute, Mr. Vail. We're in cold water here. 40 degrees. You know what that means this time of year. And in heavy fog,
This is my responsibility. And you're taking orders from me. Fog or no fog, you bring that ship here.
Captain O.
Mr. Mullins, give me the last report from the Ice Patrol.
Yes, sir.
What is it, sir? I've just talked to Vail. He insists on a record crossing.
Have you seen the last ice report?
I've sent for it.
Well, I've read it. They still advise extreme caution.
Vail wants a record this crossing.
Well, you're not going to attempt it, sir.
Full speed.
Full speed, sir.
Full speed ahead!
Madame Irene, pray, waiter.
Darling, you're going.
Oh, I'm so glad you've come. I needed you.
You're going back on your word.
It's no use. I can't be gay. Every minute we're nearer Paris.
Don't think about Paris. Don't think about anything except today, tonight, tomorrow.
I'll try.
Luncheon, madame?
Let's see the car.
May I suggest something that is not on the menu, sir?
Uh-huh.
Lobster cardinal.
Oh, no. No, it wouldn't be right to have anyone but César make it for us. Poor César. I'll never forget his goodbye. Will you?
Poor César. Let's have it in his honor.
Good. And salad chiffonade.
Yes, sir.
And pink cap champagne 1921.
Yes, sir.
All we need is the music.
Play this one, darling.
It's our tango. Shall we?
How can I have my shoes on?
Oh, by all means.
I got them to order it, sir.
Good. Now I will show the cook how to make them.
You won't get me in trouble, sir.
Trouble? Get you in trouble? Say, I must look out for myself. I don't even got a passport. I'm a stowaway. Don't worry, my friend.
Please, mister, we don't allow no passenger to cook here.
Well, I want to cook for just one gentleman. Look, I got the order here.
You better go away while your skin is still on top of you.
Not until you tell me I can cook for this one gentleman. He is in love, and he must feel fine every minute of the day and the night. They must be full of the peeps.
Who is this man?
Paul Dumont, the greatest head waiter in the world.
No.
Yes.
From the Chateau Bleu?
Not now, but before.
I will cook for Paul Dumont. I will give him a chance to praise my cooking.
You will cook. Who told you could cook?
I'm the great chef, Luigi Giuliani.
Then tell me something. What kind of sauce you put on top of the steak when you put them on top? Now, don't lie.
Sauce César.
Well, who make the invention for this sauce César? Eh?
The greatest chef of all, César.
Well, say something, eh? Don't you realize me?
Mullins.
Yes, sir? Relieve the lookouts on the bow. Have them changed every hour.
You know, it isn't like Vail to give an order like this. You couldn't talk him out of it, sir.
This may not be as bad as it looks. Probably clear up in a little while. Right on that eastbound track. Shouldn't be any ice this far south anyway.
All right, you guys. If you see any ice, don't stop to pick no daisies.
Turn on that alarm.
Okay.
Not very good.
No, it's wonderful, really. Go ahead, taste it. Don't be afraid.
Impossible. There is only one man
Who can make...
What?
Well, I may be wrong, but... How do you like that?
What?
Excuse me 1 minute, darling.
What?
I'll be back.
Such imagination, such feeling.
So. Hello, Paul. Come on. Goodbye, gentlemen. I hope you are glad you met me.
Goodbye, Caesar.
Now, why did you do this? They cannot do something to you without me. Paul, I was in the room, and I see the chauffeur pull the knife on you. The police will believe that. Maybe.
This is one salad I'll have to mix myself. Where did you sleep last night?
In the lifeboat. With the seagulls.
They didn't mind?
No. Hey, Paul, how can you make wise snaps with your head on the guillotine? You don't fool me. I know what's inside of you. Only your face is laughing.
Did you hear me, sir? Temperature of the air is still falling.
Sir, seawater has dropped to 34 degrees.
Very well.
Yes, sir.
You've got 3,000 people on board this ship whose lives are more important to them than any record. You've got no right to...
Captain Knowlton, you're relieved from duty. You may go below.
Yes, sir. There's nothing more I can do. I've been ordered below.
Captain Knowlton, I've just relieved you from duty. Do I have to relieve you too, sir?
Perhaps you should, sir.
Fullest turn. There it is, sir. Put in starboard bow. Left rudder. Hard over. Hard left, sir. My legs Close the watertight doors. Emergency crew, report to station number 2. Clear hole number 1. We're closing watertight door number 2. Have your gang quicker with the forward hole again. Hit the first, mate. Hit that. Down number 2 hole. Yes. Down number 3. Keep calm, everybody. Keep calm. Keep calm. Get your lifeboat. Go to your station. Women and children first. Women and children first.
Don't overload those lifeboats. We're calling on you men to do what's right. Let the women and children go first.
Women and children first. Women and children first. Keep calm, everybody. Keep calm. All boats, lifeboat stations 1 to 8 have been destroyed. Passengers assigned to them will report to lifeboat stations 4 and 11 on the port side.
Are you all right, Caesar? I'm all right, Paul. Are you sure? Take care of him.
Yes, sir. I'll put them in the lifeboat. Irene!
water fast. Latitude 42 degrees, 11 minutes north. Longitude 53 degrees, 2 minutes west.
It's Princess Irene. She struck an iceberg. SOS. Princess Irene struck an iceberg. Latitude 42 degrees, 11 minutes north.
SOS. La princesse Irene s'est échouée contre montagne glace.
SOS. Para Princess Irene.
Princess Irene go. Opinion during the Eureka.
SOS.
SOS. SOS. SOS.
SOS.
Goodbye, darling. Goodbye.
Please, women first. Please let me go through.
No more room here. This boat's full. That's all right, darling. I'll be on the next boat. That's all right, darling. No more room here. Lower away.
Are there any women and children left on the boat? This is the last lifeboat. The last lifeboat. This is the last lifeboat.
Help me, please.
No.
Take her. She's hurt.
Wait for the women and children. This is the last lifeboat. The last lifeboat.
No!
All other passengers, please keep clear of the lifeboat.
No! 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 Darling, please. This is the last boat. Hold it. Hold it. Darling, my darling, it's not worth it. We would only have a moment together.
Staying with you.
Want me so, please?
I won't go. No, I'm staying with you,
Take
Paul.
her, please, yes. Take her, please. You must go, my darling. You must. Please, darling, go. Away! Away! Wait!
Hope was virtually abandoned late today for the passengers and crew of the steamship Princess Irene, giant transoceanic liner which crashed into an iceberg in the North Atlantic this afternoon. Of the 3,000 persons aboard the ship, naval authorities doubt that more than a handful survived. Officials are puzzled by several aspects of the tragedy. The inability of radio stations to contact the Princess Irene in the past 3 hours has convinced most experts that the liner already has gone to the bottom, carrying passengers and crew to their death. Not since the sinking of the Titanic in 1912 has a sea disaster of such appalling proportions shocked the world.
Amen. Paul. Paul.
Come on, hurry! Come on!
If this bulkhead doesn't hold, he's going down.
Don't be a fool! Let me go! Let me go! Not a chance! Let me...
I wish I had known you so many years ago. You never really did finish telling me what you looked like when you had braces all over your teeth.
I was awful. My hair was as straight as a stick, and I was so shy. If anyone looked at me, I'd run away.
Yes, of course.
Did you always look like this? Your eyes?
I don't know. So many things I don't know about you. Tell me.
Where did you live? Where did you go to school?
Oh, I went...
When did you fall in love with me? Can you remember?
The exact moment. We were in the cab, and you just had said, "Oh," again. And I was about to ask you to meet me tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, Paul.
Don't be frightened. We have nothing to fear anymore. Everything now seems so little, so unimportant.
Attention. Attention, everyone. Attention. The forward bulkheads are holding, and the ship is in no danger of sinking. Help is on the way. The lifeboats are standing by, and you will soon be with your families. Let me thank you, with the Commodore, for your courage.
Did you hear what he said? He said we were safe! No, man, we were safe!